My husband told me he never really loved me, called me fat, and suggested I need the psych ward, all in front of my family. And I laughed about it, because we were rage-baiting them as revenge for physically terrorizing our 7-year-old daughter and convincing her mom and dad don't love her. My family have always been the type to want more. The type to step on your toes because you're living how you want to live and not by some arbitrary measure they've set for themselves. This whole prank that has now resulted in 3 generations worth of family units dropping nuclear bombs on each other, culminating with grandparents literally fist-fighting in grocery stores, started back when my husband and I got originally married. Our relationship had always been small, private. We enjoyed a quiet cabin more than a luxury penthouse, and enjoyed watching the spotlight more so than we liked being in it. So naturally, when the time came, we decided we both wanted a courthouse wedding. $3,000, our closest friends, a nice dinner after. Simple. Really us. We were so in love, and we just wanted to be married without the production, the stress, the performance of it all. Well, my mom lost her mind. She'd gotten mad about the lack of holidays we'd gone on before, or made snarky remarks about how my husband never seemed too interested in hosting huge July 4th BBQs with 100 relatives present. But this time she lost it. And I mean, lost it. You'd think I'd told her I was joining a cult. The crying started immediately, then the guilt, then the rage. You're robbing me of my only daughter's wedding. Do you know how long I've been planning this? Mom, we want something small. Small? This is about what I want too. I'm your mother. Don't I get a say in the biggest day of your life? His parents weren't much better. What will people think? His dad kept asking. Not, are you happy? Or, is this what you want? Just, what will people think? His mom worried about their business reputation. My sister had already bought a bridesmaid dress and posted about it on Facebook. She'd look foolish now, apparently. We eloped anyway. City Hall, 2 witnesses we grabbed from the waiting room, 10 minutes of paperwork, and we were married. It felt perfect. Intimate. Ours. Our families didn't speak to us for 2 months. 2 entire months of silent treatment. Like we'd committed some unforgivable sin instead of just getting married the way we wanted. It was our first lesson in their playbook. If you don't do what we want, we punish you with silence until you apologize. And we did apologize. We actually apologized for getting married the way we wanted. That's how it started. That's when we should have known. At the rehearsal dinner the week before we eloped, when they were still trying to convince us to do the big wedding, his dad pulled us aside. We had such plans for you two. Your future. But I guess you're determined to do everything your own way. He said it bitterly, like we were throwing something precious back in his face. We thought he meant wedding plans. We had no idea what he really meant. We thought they'd get over it. We were so wrong. 2 years into marriage, we bought our first house. A small 2-bedroom in a quiet neighborhood. We were so proud. It was affordable. It was ours. We'd done it together. The mortgage was manageable. The backyard was perfect for the dog we were planning to get, and we loved everything about it. Our families hated it. Too small, his mom said the first time she visited. Not congratulations or we're proud of you. Just too small. You'll need more space, my dad added. What about when you have kids? We just bought it, I said. We're happy with it. My mom started bringing Zillow listings to Sunday dinners. Not suggestions, demands. This one has 4 bedrooms and it's only 20 minutes away. Again, she'd leave the printouts on our counter like homework assignments. His dad would corner my husband at family gatherings. I was talking to the Johnsons. They just bought in Riverside Oaks. 4 bedrooms, 3 baths. Now that's an investment. Dad, we're happy with what we have. Happy doesn't build equity, son. And when you have kids, you'll wish you'd listened. Every Sunday dinner became an interrogation about our investment and property value and thinking about the future. They made us feel inadequate about something we'd been proud of. We stopped inviting them over. It was easier than defending our choices every time. When his mom hired a home inspector without asking, just showed up one day with a clipboard and a stranger, we should have set a hard boundary. Instead, we accepted her apology and let it go. Another piece of our autonomy, gone. My mom kept showing those Zillow listings. We just want you to live the life you deserve. Trust me, you'll thank us someday. The way she emphasized deserve always felt weird, like she knew something we didn't, like there was some future she could see that we couldn't. We were too focused on being annoyed to really think about it. A year later, I started my online business. Jewelry design, custom pieces, a little consulting on the side. I was making $2,000 to $3,000 a month within 6 months. I was thriving. I loved it. I was good at it. My family's decided it wasn't a real job. His mom kept sending me job postings for corporate positions. You need stability, benefits, a real career path. My dad, who'd paid for my college degree, expected some kind of title he could brag about to his golf buddies. Thanksgiving that year, the whole extended family was there. My aunt asked what I was up to these days. I started an online business, actually. My dad cut me off. She's doing some online stuff. You know, Etsy, that kind of thing. We're hoping she'll look into something more stable soon. Oh, that's so fun, my cousin Jessica chirped. Like a hobby? It's not really a hobby, But when are you going to actually scale it? My sister interrupted. Make it a real business? It is a real business. My dad patted my hand. We just think, with your degree, you could do more. That's all. I stopped mentioning my business at family gatherings. They'd made me ashamed of something I was proud of, something I'd built from nothing. Every month my revenue grew, and I told no one in my family. The dismissal had worked. I'd been silenced. Year 4, Michaela arrived. She should have been our moment. Our baby, our family, our joy. Our families took over immediately. His mom showed up at the hospital before I was even moved to a recovery room. Finally, she said, holding Michaela for the first time. Something important. Not, she's beautiful, or congratulations. Something important. Like the previous 4 years of our marriage had been a waste. My mom arrived an hour later with a list. Names she approved of. We'd already named Michaela. Nursery themes, parenting books, feeding schedules. She wasn't asking. She was telling. The advice never stopped. Every single decision we made was wrong according to someone. Don't hold her too much. You'll spoil her. Why are you using formula? Breast is best. Why are you breastfeeding? Formula is fine. That's not how we did it. My mom showed up every single day that first month. Not to help, to supervise. She'd reorganize things I'd already organized. Question every choice. Hover while I fed Michaela, offering commentary on my technique. We had our first real fight as a couple about the boundaries. Your mom has been here every day this week, I said one night after Michaela was asleep. Every day. I know, but she's just trying to help. Help? She reorganized our entire nursery. I had a system. Okay, but your mom literally brought over a binder of feeding schedules she printed out. That's different. How is that different? I paused. It's not. You're right. They're both overwhelming. So what do? Set boundaries? And when they cry? I don't know. We didn't know, so we didn't. We let them keep coming, keep offering unsolicited advice, keep taking over. It was easier than the guilt trips. The expensive crib arrived a week later, the one his mom had picked out, not the one we'd chosen. It was delivered to our house without warning. We could reject it and hurt her feelings, or accept it and lose another piece of control over our own home. We accepted it. At the hospital, I'd watched his dad hold Michaela, my husband's brother, standing awkwardly nearby. This is the grandkid who'll carry on the family name, his dad said proudly. 4th generation. His brother's jaw tightened. He looked away. I remember thinking it was a weird thing to say, but I was too exhausted to care. For 3 more years, we let it continue. Gave in, apologized, kept the peace, and with every compromise, we lost a little more of ourselves. By the time Michaela was 3, our families had figured out the perfect weapon, undermining us through her. Every rule we set, they broke. Every boundary we drew, they crossed. And they did it right in front of Michaela, teaching her that mommy and daddy's rules didn't matter. We said no candy before dinner. Grandma gave her a lollipop anyway. I turned out fine. We picked educational toys. Grandpa brought expensive plastic junk from Target. Don't deprive Michaela, he'd say, like we were bad parents for being thoughtful about what came into our home. We limited screen time to 30 minutes a day. Grandpa let her watch TV all afternoon at their house. One day won't hurt. When we tried to talk to them about it, we raised kids. We know better than you. The iPad incident was the worst. We'd researched it, read articles, talked to our pediatrician, made a joint decision. No tablets until age 7. We had good reasons. We felt confident about it. Then my mother-in-law showed up one Sunday with a brand new iPad in a pink case. Michaela, I have a surprise for you. Michaela's eyes went wide. What is it? My mother-in-law pulled out the tablet with a flourish. Your very own iPad. Now you can play games and watch videos just like all your friends. Really? For me? My husband stepped forward. Mom, we talked about this. We said no tablets yet. His mom's voice got louder, loud enough that Michaela definitely heard. Oh, your daddy's just being silly. Every kid your age has one. You don't want to be the only one without one, do you, sweetie? Michaela looked between us, her face crumpling. Can I keep it? Please? We were trapped. Say no. We're the bad guys who took away the gift. Say yes. We lose the boundary entirely. We let her keep it. Later that night in bed, we had the same fight we'd been having for months. Your mom crossed a line. Your dad does the same thing with toys. We need to stop this. How? They cry and guilt us. Michaela hears. What are we supposed to do? Neither of us had an answer. Michaela started saying, but Grandma lets me about everything. We were losing authority in our own home. Our own daughter was learning that we didn't matter. 2 years later, the comparison game started. My husband's brother had 2 kids, a big house with a pool, lavish everything. My sister had just had a baby, expensive nursery, designer clothes. At family gatherings, it was all anyone could talk about. Did you see their pool? Michaela deserves that. Your sister has the baby in French lessons already. You should look into that. They made it sound like we weren't providing enough, like we were failing Michaela somehow. What they didn't say My brother-in-law had gotten help from the family business. My sister's husband was wealthy. They had advantages we didn't have. Advantages our families had given them, not us. We were doing it on our own. Middle class, comfortable. We chose experiences over things. Camping trips, museum days, teaching Michaela about the world instead of buying her stuff. But our families made Michaela feel like we weren't enough. After a birthday party at her cousin's house, Michaela asked, "Mommy, why don't we have a pool like Uncle Mark?" Well, pools are expensive, and we like to spend our money on trips and experiences. Remember when we went camping? Yeah, but Sarah has a pool and goes on trips. My mom's voice came from across the table, loud enough for everyone to hear. Well, some people can afford both, sweetie. Michaela looked at me with those big 7-year-old eyes. So, we can't afford both? It's not about affording, it's about choosing. Are we poor? Dead silence around the table. My face burned. No, baby. We just choose differently. But the damage was done. Michaela was learning that money and stuff mattered more than anything else. Our families were teaching her our values were wrong. By the time Michaela turned 7, we'd been fighting our families for so long, we forgot to fight for each other. The spark between us had died somewhere between the iPad incident and the pool conversation. We were partners, co-parents, best friends, but we weren't in love anymore. And neither of us had the courage to say it out loud. We were excellent at tag teaming against our families. We'd brief each other before dinners like we were preparing for battle. We were strategic, united, strong, but at home, alone, we were just roommates. We sat on separate corners of the couch every night, both on our phones, no conversation. In bed, we said goodnight and rolled to opposite sides. I couldn't remember the last time we'd been intimate. Maybe 3 months? 4? Neither of us initiated. It felt like a chore. The date nights our families kept pushing on us were spent talking about Michaela, about them, about logistics. Never about us. When's the last time we laughed together? Really laughed? I couldn't remember. We still cared deeply. If something happened to him, I'd be devastated. But that was history. Partnership. Not romantic love. The butterflies were gone. The passion was gone. The feeling that drew us together 8 years ago had evaporated, and I couldn't even pinpoint when. Our families noticed. They always noticed. "You seem distant," his mom said at dinner one night. "You used to sit closer." "You don't laugh at his jokes anymore," my dad observed. They sent restaurant gift cards. "You need date night." A business card for a marriage counselor. She specializes in couples who think they're done. They made us feel more broken. We weren't fighting. We were just not in love. But they wouldn't accept that as valid. Michaela noticed too. "Are you and Daddy mad?" she'd ask. "Just tired, sweetie." But she was smart. She knew something was off, and our families made it worse by pumping her for information. I picked Michaela up from school one day and she was quiet in the car. "How was school?" "Good." "What did you do?" "Stuff." At dinner, she barely touched her food. "What's wrong, baby?" "Grandma asked me how you and Daddy are doing." My blood ran cold. "What did you say?" "I said you're okay, I guess." "What else did she ask?" "She asked if you talk to each other, and if you fight." I wanted to scream. "What did you say?" "I said you don't really talk much. You just sit on the couch on your phones." My husband and I looked at each other across the table. This had to stop. That night, after Michaela was asleep, I was putting away the last dinner plate when the words just came out. "We're not happy, are we?" He froze, sponge in hand. A long pause. "Number. We're not." I turned to face him. "I've been trying to pretend we are. For months. Maybe a year." He finally looked at me. Me too. We moved to the kitchen table and sat across from each other. "I love you. You know that, right?" "I know. I love you too. But you're not in love with me." Tears started. "No, I'm not. And I don't think you're in love with me either." His eyes were wet too. "I'm not. I don't know when it happened." "Me neither. It was so gradual. We're good partners. Great partners. Good parents. But we're not that anymore. The romantic part. I feel like we're roommates who co-parent." "Yes, exactly." We both cried quietly for a minute. "So what do we do?" The word was terrifying to say out loud, but I said it. I think we need to divorce." It hung in the air. First time either of us had said it. "Yeah, I think so too." More tears, but also relief. The weight lifted. "We can do this amicably, stay friends, co-parent together. 50-50 custody, we'll figure out the house. We're going to be okay. Michaela is going to be okay. We just need to tell our families." We both stopped, looked at each other. Dread filled the room. "Your family is going to lose their minds," he said. "So is yours. They'll never accept this. We'll make them understand. Will we, though?" Long silence. We both knew the answer was no, but we had to try. The next few days, we discussed how to tell them. Should we wait until after? Send letters? Do it in person? "Maybe they'll surprise us," I said without conviction. "You really think so?" "No." We scheduled a family dinner at a neutral restaurant. Public place. Both families there. We'd tell them together, calmly, like adults. We were so naive. The restaurant was nice. White tablecloths, soft lighting, both sets of parents, his brother, my sister. Everyone gathered around a big table, making small talk while we held hands under the table for courage. So, his dad said finally, "What's this about?" We'd rehearsed this. Short, direct, united. "We've decided to divorce." Dead silence. Fork stopped midair. "It's mutual," my husband continued. "We're not in love anymore, but we care about each other deeply. We want to do this amicably, for Michaela's sake." His mom looked at our joined hands on the table. "But, you're holding hands right now." "Yeah, we're still friends." My dad slammed his hand on the table. Silverware jumped. Other diners looked over. "Friends don't get divorced. You work through this. That's what marriage is." "This is just a rough patch," his sister added, leaning forward. "Every marriage has them. You can't just quit." "We've thought about this carefully," my husband said. "We've been—" His dad cut him off. "Carefully? You call this careful? What about Michaela?" "You're being selfish," my mom said, her voice breaking. "Divorce is for people who hate each other. You two clearly don't hate each other. That's exactly why we can do this amicably." "This is insane," his brother interrupted. "You're throwing away 8 years because of what? Boredom?" My husband stood up. "We're not asking for permission. We're informing you." My dad stood too. "Well, we're not accepting this." We tried to leave. They blocked us, kept arguing, talking over each other, making a scene. Finally, we pushed through and made it to the parking lot. They followed, still talking, still protesting. "Think about Michaela," his mom shouted after us. "You're destroying that child's life." We got in the car and locked the doors. They stood in the parking lot shouting as we pulled away. In the car, silence for 5 solid minutes. "That went exactly as badly as we thought," I said finally. "They'll come around. They have to." We were so wrong. We went to bed that night thinking we'd survive the worst of it. The announcement was done. Now we'd just handle the logistics. Call lawyers, work out custody, file papers. In a few weeks, our families would accept reality and back off. We actually believed that. We had no idea what was coming. The next morning at 7 a.m., the doorbell rang. My mom stood on the porch holding a business card. Her name is Dr. Patricia Chen. She specializes in couples who think they're done but just need guidance. "Mom, we told you last night. I'm not leaving until you promise to at least call her. Just one session." I was exhausted. Michaela was upstairs getting ready for school. I didn't have energy for this. "Fine, I'll call." "Promise?" "I promise." She finally left. I texted my husband. "I'm not calling her." "Obviously," he wrote back. At 9 a.m., his mom texted him. "Booked you a couples massage at Reconnecting Hearts Spa this Saturday. You need to reconnect physically." She'd booked it without asking, just assumed we'd go. He canceled it immediately. 2 minutes later, his phone rang. His mom crying. "You won't even try?" We were texting each other throughout the morning. "Did you see what my mom did?" "Yes, WTF. This is insane." It's only been 12 hours. That afternoon, a notification popped up on my phone. I'd been added to a group chat. The name, Save This Marriage Task Force. 17 people. His sister, my sister, both sets of parents, aunts, uncles, cousins, even a second cousin I barely knew. Messages were already flying. "Welcome, everyone. We're here to support them through this rough patch. Have they tried counseling? What about a romantic getaway? Sometimes you just need to reconnect. Honestly, I think they need some tough love. Stop coddling them." My phone buzzed continuously. 50 messages in an hour. I texted my husband. "Are you seeing this?" I muted it. 44 messages in 20 minutes. 39? We couldn't believe it. They'd created a task force. They were coordinating. That whole first week, my mom showed up every night for dinner. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, just appearing at our door with casseroles and lectures. "Marriage is work," she'd say while Michaela picked at her food. "Your father and I almost split 3 times, but we worked through it. We're fine, Mom." "You're not fine. You're getting divorced." Michaela looked up from her plate. "Why is Grandma here again?" "Because I care about you, sweetie. Come give Grandma a hug." Thursday, his dad called with financial advice. Really just an interrogation about assets, income, who'd get what. Friday, his brother cornered him at the gym. "So you're really doing this?" "Yeah." His brother followed him to the locker room. "This is the biggest mistake of your life, man. I appreciate your concern, but she's got you twisted up. You can't even see it. Nobody's got me twisted. Then why are you throwing away a perfectly good marriage? We're not happy. Why is that so hard to understand? Happiness? Marriage isn't about happiness. It's about commitment." By the end of week 1, we were exhausted. Constant contact, unsolicited advice, guilt trips from every direction. But at least we were united. At least we were still a team, facing them together. By Monday of week 2, we'd started to hope the worst was over. We were wrong. They were just getting started. We'd scheduled lunch, just the two of us, to discuss lawyer consultations. Neutral restaurant, noon on a Tuesday. We walked in and our entire families were waiting at a large table. "Oh my God," I whispered. His dad stood up. "Sit down, both of you." "Dad, what is this?" "This is an intervention." "Sit." We were surrounded. 8 family members, 2 of us. We reluctantly sat. "We've been talking," my mom said. "All of us. And we're not going to let you throw away 8 years of marriage without a fight." His dad leaned forward. "Look at you right now. You're sitting next to each other, holding hands under the table. Yes, I can see that. You don't hate each other." "Nobody said we hate each other." His sister pulled out a notebook, an actual notebook with tabs. "I've been documenting your relationship, 3 years of observations, and I can tell you exactly where things started to decline." "You've been documenting us?" Someone had to pay attention. October 2022, you stopped posting couple photos. January 2023, you sat on opposite ends of the couch at Christmas. These are the signs. I stood up. "This is crazy. We're leaving." His brother blocked the exit. "Just hear us out, please." "We're your family," my dad said. "We love you. We know what's best." "You don't know what's best for us." His mom started crying. "But we can help. Just give counseling a chance." It went on for 45 minutes. Family members taking turns, making their cases, lecturing us about commitment and work and not giving up. We kept trying to leave. They kept talking over us. Finally, we pushed past his brother and escaped to the parking lot. They followed us outside. "You're destroying Michaela's life," my mom shouted across the parking lot. "You'll regret this," his dad added. We got in the car, locked the doors, and drove away while they stood there watching. During the lunch, his dad had said something weird. "Do you even realize what you're throwing away? The future His mom had cut him off. "Not now." We'd been too overwhelmed to think about it, too angry and trapped to care. That afternoon, my mom picked Michaela up from school. We'd arranged it that morning, just a normal grandma pickup. Michaela came home quiet, withdrawn. Something was off. At bedtime, she asked, "Mommy, is Daddy making you sad?" My blood ran cold. "What?" "No, sweetie. Why would you think that? Grandma said Daddy made bad choices and that's why you're sad." "When did Grandma say that?" "In the car, after school." "What else did she say?" "That Daddy needs to fix his choices." "Do you want Daddy to fix his choices?" I held it together until Michaela was asleep. Then I called his mom. "What did you say to Michaela?" "I didn't say anything wrong." "You told Michaela that her father made bad choices." "Michaela asked why you two were sad." "I said Daddy made choices that made Mommy sad." "That is not your place. We asked you not to involve Michaela. I'm her grandmother. I can have conversations with my grandchild. Not about this, you can't." I hung up, shaking. The next day, my mom picked Michaela up. That evening, Michaela asked, "Mommy, do you not appreciate Daddy?" "Who said that?" "Grandma." Now both grandmas were poisoning our daughter with conflicting messages. Michaela was 7 years old. She couldn't process this. She was caught in the middle of something she didn't understand, and our families were using her as a weapon. We went to bed that night thinking things couldn't get worse. We were wrong. Week 4, Friday afternoon. Michaela's school called. "We need to talk about Michaela." My stomach dropped. "Is she okay?" "She's been very distracted lately. Not completing assignments, asking to leave class. Yesterday, she asked if she could call her grandmother during reading time." "Called her grandmother? During class?" "Yes." She seemed anxious. Said she needed to check if her grandmother was okay. We met with her teacher that afternoon. She showed us Michaela's recent work. Incomplete assignments, drawings of sad faces, notes that said, "I miss Mommy and Daddy." "Is everything all right at home?" the teacher asked carefully. Michaela mentioned something about you two being sad. My husband and I exchanged glances. Our families had told Michaela enough that she was spreading it at school. We were humiliated. "We're handling some family things, but Michaela is fine." "Well, she doesn't seem fine. She seems quite worried." We drove home in silence. "Michaela is suffering because of them," I said finally. "We need to do something." "But what?" We'd tried boundaries. We'd tried asking nicely. We'd tried everything. Week 4, Saturday. The line was crossed that couldn't be uncrossed. My mom picked up Michaela for Grandma Day. We'd been trying to maintain normalcy for Michaela's sake. She needed to see her grandparents. Michaela came home at 5 p.m. and ran straight to her room. I found her crying on her bed. "Baby, what's wrong?" Grandma said. My husband sat on the edge of the bed. "What did Grandma say?" "She said you and Mommy don't love each other anymore." Michaela sobbed. "And if you don't love each other anymore, you might stop loving me too." I felt like I'd been punched. "Michaela, look at me. Look at Daddy. We will never stop loving you. Never. Do you understand?" But Grandma said, Grandma was wrong. So wrong. Mommy and Daddy loving you has nothing to do with us loving each other. You are the most important person in the world to both of us, my husband added. That will never change. Promise? I promise. I promise too, baby. We held her until she fell asleep. After she was out, I called my mom. I was shaking with rage. What the hell did you say to Michaela? I was explaining, you told our child we might stop loving her? She asked what divorce means. I said when parents stop loving each other sometimes. Sometimes what? I was trying to prepare her. You traumatized her. She's crying herself to sleep. Well, maybe if you two weren't so selfish. Don't call us again. I hung up. My husband was pacing. They're never going to stop. No, they're not. Something broke in me that night. My daughter had cried herself to sleep thinking we might stop loving her. Because my mother, had planted that fear in her 7-year-old brain. They'd gone too far. That weekend, everything felt like it was falling apart. Michaela was having nightmares. Our families were calling nonstop. And for the first time since we decided to divorce, we weren't on the same team. We were drowning, and we started taking it out on each other. Week 5, Tuesday morning. I got an alert on my phone. Our bank account was frozen. I called the bank immediately. There must be some mistake. We received a fraud report from your father. The account is frozen pending investigation. There's no fraud. My father is interfering in our personal business. He seemed very concerned. Said you were going through a divorce and there might be financial misconduct. There's no misconduct. We're handling our divorce privately. I understand, but protocol requires we investigate any fraud claims. It'll be resolved in 2 to 3 business days. 2 to 3 days? Our mortgage payment is due tomorrow. I'm sorry, it's policy. I hung up and immediately started crying. We might miss our mortgage payment. Our credit could be ruined. All because my father decided to protect us. When my husband came home, I lost it on him. Can you please talk to your father? This is insane. My father? Your dad just froze our bank account. I know. And your mother told Michaela we might stop loving her. I talked to her. What else do you want me to do? Make them stop. I can't. Just like you can't make your dad stop calling our bank. We were both breathing hard. Fighting. Really fighting. For the first time. This isn't us, I said quietly. We're not supposed to fight. I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry too. They're making us turn on each other. I called my dad. You could have cost us our mortgage. I was protecting you, he said. From him taking everything. Protecting certain assets for your future. What assets? I asked. Never mind. The point is, he caught himself. Changed the subject. I was too angry to press it. It took 3 days to unfreeze the account. 3 days of stress and uncertainty because my father thought he knew better. Week 5, Thursday. A notification popped up. $10,000 had been transferred into my husband's account. I got the alert because we had shared banking. The note said, "For when you need your own place." My heart sank. His parents thought I was kicking him out. Thought I was the villain taking everything. Did your parents just transfer $10,000 to your account? He checked his phone. What? Oh my God. There's a note. "For when you need your own place." They think I'm taking everything from you. I'm sending it back right now. The damage is done. They think I'm stealing from you. He was already typing. Sent. With a note telling them to stop. His dad called immediately. You sent back the money? We don't need it. You're choosing her over your own family? She's not the enemy, Dad. She's got you so twisted you can't even see. My husband hung up. We sat in silence. Our families were painting each other as villains, trying to drive wedges between us. And it was working. We were snapping at each other, fighting, losing the friendship that had sustained us through everything. Week 6, Saturday. My husband's brother showed up at our house with moving boxes. Hey, I brought boxes. Let's get you packed up. What are you doing here? Helping you move out. You can stay on my couch until you find a place. His brother walked right in, started taking pictures of things with his phone. I'm documenting your stuff for the lawyer. You'll want proof of what's yours. Stop. I didn't ask for this. You need help whether you ask for it or not. My husband physically pushed his brother toward the door. Get out. Are you serious right now? Out. His brother left, offended. Fine. But when she takes everything, don't come crying to me. As he walked to his car, he muttered something. Always knew you'd get everything handed to you anyway. What? My husband called after him. Nothing. Forget it. An hour later, my mom showed up with apartment listings printed from Zillow. You can't stay here with him. Mom, leave. Don't use that tone. Get out. She left in tears. We couldn't have peace in our own home. They'd invaded every space, every boundary, every moment of privacy. Week 6, Sunday, the final straw. His mom had Michaela for the day. When she brought her home, Michaela was distraught. What happened? Michaela ran to me crying. Grandma asked me who I want to live with. She what? She said when you get divorced, I have to pick. Either mommy's house or daddy's house. My husband pulled out his phone, dialing his mom immediately. What did you say to Michaela? We just had a conversation about the future. You asked Michaela to choose between us? She needs to start thinking about it. We're doing 50-50 custody. Michaela doesn't have to choose. That's not realistic long term. You had no right. I'm preparing her for reality. Don't contact us again. He hung up. That night, Michaela woke up screaming from a nightmare. I don't want to choose. I want mommy and daddy. We both rushed to her room, held her between us. You don't have to choose, baby. Never. You get both of us, always. I promise. But Grandma said, Grandma was wrong. After Michaela fell asleep, we sat on either side of her bed, looking at each other over our daughter's sleeping form. This has to stop, he whispered. I know. But how? How do you stop people who won't listen? Who cross every line? Who use your child as a weapon? We didn't have an answer. Not yet. That Monday night, after putting Michaela to bed, we sat in the kitchen in complete silence. We'd tried reasoning. We'd tried boundaries. We'd tried everything. Nothing worked. We were losing our peace, our sanity, and worst of all, we were losing our ability to protect Michaela. Something had to change. We just didn't know what. I was washing dishes. He was drying. The silence stretched between us, heavy with exhaustion. I can't do this anymore, I said finally, my hands still in the water. I know. They're never going to accept this. No, they're not. Just the sound of running water. The clink of plates. Then he laughed. A dry, bitter sound. What? He put down the towel. Nothing. It's just, they want drama so bad. What do you mean? Think about it. They won't accept mutual and amicable. They need someone to blame. They need fights and tears and a war. I turned to face him. Okay, so what if we gave them exactly that? What are you saying? I'm saying, what if we staged it? Made it ugly? Gave them the messy divorce they're practically begging for? You mean fake it? They're making our lives miserable trying to keep us together. What if we made our marriage so toxic, so dramatic, they'd be relieved when we divorced? I stared at him. He continued. They've traumatized Michaela, frozen our bank account, called your workplace, made us fight with each other. They've crossed every line. So we cross one back. Exactly. And when they realize we played them, they'll never interfere in our lives again. They'll be too ashamed. I thought about it. About Michaela crying in my arms, about the school calling, about the group chat and the ambush lunch and every boundary they'd bulldozed. A slow smile spread across my face. How would we make up problems, fake fights in front of them, turn them against each other, make them think we're each the victim. Until they're so busy fighting each other, they leave us alone. I was laughing now. The first real laugh in months. This is insane. I know. Let's do it. Tuesday morning, Michaela was at school. We met at a coffee shop. We couldn't plan at home. Our families might show up unannounced. Okay, he said, pulling out a notepad. What if? What if you complained I was obsessed with golf? Golf? You don't golf. Exactly. That's what makes it perfect. They don't know that. I started laughing. Okay, so you're obsessed with golf. And I'm... what? Shopping addict? I hate shopping. Even better. Make it specific. Like, throw pillows? I own 3 pillows. Okay, so I'll say you bought 39 throw pillows. I was cracking up. Where did you get 47? I don't know. It sounds ridiculous and specific. This is insane. Are we really doing this? I think we have to. We spent 2 hours planning. The details were absurd but believable. Golf league, $300 a month, 47 throw pillows, Top Golf on our anniversary. A complete lie. We'd watched Love Island and eaten takeout. Okay, so, first fight. When? Next family dinner. Both families there. What's the play? I show up late. You're mad I was at Top Golf. Have you ever been to Top Golf? No idea where one even is. Perfect. We were writing it all down, energized. For the first time in months, we were a team again. Not romantic, but partners with a common goal. Wait. I put down my pen. Michaela. She can't see this. Babysitter. Every time we do a fake fight, Michaela is with a sitter. And we tell her. What? A version of the truth, that we're pretending to be mad at each other with the grandparents to make them stop. Will she understand? She's smart. She'll get it enough. We clinked our coffee cups together. Let's give them what they want. That afternoon, after Michaela got home from school, we sat her down. Sweetie, we need to talk to you about something. Am I in trouble? No. But Mommy and I are going to pretend to be mad at each other sometimes with the grandparents. Why? Because the grandparents keep making things hard for us. If we pretend, they'll stop. But you're not really mad? No, we're friends. This is pretend, like acting. Will I see it? No. When we pretend, you'll be with a babysitter. You won't see any of it. Promise? Promise. Okay. I guess that's okay. She didn't fully understand. How could she? But she trusted us. That was enough. Wednesday night, the night before our first performance, we went over the plan one more time. Golf, throw pillows, Top Golf anniversary disaster. It all sounded insane. But maybe that's exactly what would make it work. Tomorrow, we'd give them the war they wanted. And maybe, just maybe, they'd finally leave us alone. Both families were gathered at the restaurant. Small talk, ordering food, the usual uncomfortable tension. Under the table, he texted me, "Ready?" I texted back, "Let's do this." He excused himself for a phone call and disappeared for 20 minutes. When he came back and sat down, I was ready. Where were you? Sorry, Brad called about Topgolf League stuff. I made my eyes go wide. You're kidding me right now. What? My voice rose. Topgolf? Again? We're at dinner with our families. It was like 5 minutes. It was 20 minutes. I counted. My mom tried to intercede. Okay, let's everyone just... I cut her off. No, Mom. This is the problem. He cares more about golf than spending time with actual people. He scoffed. Oh, here we go. Here we go. What's that supposed to mean? You're mad I have one hobby? One thing I enjoy? One? You spend $300 a month on that stupid golf league. His sister's jaw literally dropped. He fired back. Oh, I'm the one with a spending problem? Maybe if you didn't waste all our money on throw pillows. Excuse me? I counted them. 47 throw pillows. My dad whispered to my mom, "Oh no." I slammed my fork on the table. Maybe if you paid attention to me instead of your stupid golf score. He stood up. I'm not doing this here. He stormed out. I sat there pulling out what I hoped looked like real tears. I can't talk right now. I grabbed my purse and left. Behind me, I heard our families sitting in stunned silence. In the car, we met up and looked at each other. We burst out laughing. Did you see your mom's face? 39 pillows was genius. I almost laughed when you said Topgolf. We were giddy, driving home. The babysitter said Michaela had been fine, was already asleep. We paid her and debriefed. Phase 1 complete. Now we work our own families. We were excited. United. This was working. The next morning, his mom called him. Honey, what on earth happened last night? Mom, I really don't want to get into it. But golf? Since when do you play golf? He sighed heavily. It's not about golf, Mom. It's bigger than that. What do you mean? She's been so critical. Nothing I do is right. The spending, the constant complaints. I don't know if I can keep doing this. Oh, honey, I knew something was off about her. He suppressed a smile, gave me a thumbs up across the kitchen. I've been trying so hard, Mom. I know you have. I know. Perfect. That afternoon, my dad showed up at the house. I fake cried on his shoulder. Dad, it's so bad. He tracks golf stats more than my feelings. Golf stats? Spreadsheets, Dad. Spreadsheets. That's... Our anniversary, he went to Topgolf instead of taking me to dinner. Complete lie. We'd watched Love Island. That's unacceptable, my dad said. After he left, I texted my husband. My dad thinks you're choosing golf over me, haha. He texted back. My mom thinks you're a secret shopping addict. Within 3 days, the shift was complete. No more save the marriage group chats. No more marriage counselor cards. Both families were in protection mode, protecting their child from the toxic spouse. It was working. I posted on Facebook. Some people never grow up. He commented, some people don't know when to stop shopping. Our friends went crazy. Comments flooded in, people taking sides. Someone started a poll. Who's right in this situation? 487 votes, split down the middle. Mutual friends were forced to pick sides. Our phones blew up. We were texting each other screenshots, laughing. This is insane. It's perfect. Week 9, his mom dropped off groceries. Since she's not taking care of you. I had to hide in our bedroom while she was there. In my own house. 2 hours later, my mom brought dinner. Since he never appreciated your cooking, he hid in the garage. That night, I spent 20 minutes in the garage because your mom showed up. I spent an hour in our bedroom because your mom was organizing. This is getting complicated. It's fine, we just need to coordinate better. I was in the garage. I know, I'm sorry. A small silence stretched between us. First hint of strain. Week 10, there was a family gathering at a restaurant. Someone's birthday or anniversary. Both families were there. We arrived separately. Sat far apart. The performance continued. Someone mentioned dividing household items. He said loudly across the table, I want the good TV. You don't even watch sports. I'll learn, and you're not getting the KitchenAid. You don't even bake. Well, you don't even use the TV. I want it anyway. His dad motioned to a passing waitress. Can we get separate checks, please? They used to share everything. The waitress looked uncomfortable. Of course. Later, she brought a free dessert. This is on the house. You both look like you need it. We ate it while glaring at each other. In the car after, I was quiet. You okay? That was a lot. Yeah. Silence. Something had shifted. By week 11, we'd created a monster. Our families weren't just taking sides. They were at war with each other. And somewhere along the way, the fake fight started to feel a little too real. Week 10, Monday. His mom and my mom ran into each other at Kroger. We weren't there, but we heard about it. Multiple people called us. There was video. According to witnesses, my mom said, your son chose golf over marriage. His mom shot back, your daughter bought 39 pillows, Linda. That's a lie. He counted them. By the frozen food section, voices rising. People were staring. My mom grabbed a bag of frozen corn. Was she going to throw it? Use it as a weapon? His mom gripped her cart like she might ram it forward. Security came, escorted them to separate checkout lanes, both screaming across the store, "Golf addiction! 39 pillows!" Someone filmed it. The video went viral locally, 30,000 views within our community. Friends sent it to us. Is this your mom's? We watched the video together. It should have been funny. It wasn't. It was sad. "This is getting out of hand," I said. "Maybe we should what?" Neither of us finished the sentence. In the video, his mom screamed something that stood out. "My son was supposed to have everything." We watched it again. Everything? What's she talking about? But we were too overwhelmed to think about it. Week 11. The staged fights were bleeding into real life. Monday. "You told your mom I said what?" I had to make it believable. "You made me sound like a monster." "That's the point." "I know, but..." Tension was building. Wednesday. Michaela asked, "When is the pretend over?" We looked at each other. "Soon, sweetie." But we didn't actually know when. Thursday. His mom called crying. Really crying. "I'm so worried about you." After he hung up, he seemed shaken. "My mom is really upset. So is mine. That's the plan." "I know, but what? You want to stop?" "No, We were snapping at each other. Really snapping. Friday, I posted something particularly harsh on Facebook. It was fake, part of the plan. But when he read it, something flickered in his eyes. "Did you have to say that? You said worse. In person, not online for everyone. What's the difference?" "The difference is, we were actually fighting. Not performing. Fighting." That night, we slept in separate rooms. We hadn't done that the entire divorce process. Not once. Saturday morning, we hadn't spoken since Friday's fight. Michaela was watching us at breakfast. I could feel her eyes moving between us. "Mommy? Yeah, sweetie? Are you and Daddy mad for real?" I froze. "What?" "No, sweetie. You're not pretending right now. You're really mad." She was 7 years old and she could tell. She knew us too well. Tears started in her eyes. "I thought you said you were friends." My heart broke. "We are friends, baby." "Then why are you acting like you're not?" She went to her room. I found my husband in the kitchen. "We need to talk." We sat at the table. "This has gone too far." "I know. We're not pretending anymore. We're actually fighting." "I know." Michaela can tell. Silence. "We need to end this." Agreed. "How?" "Tell them the truth. Get everyone together. Rip off the Band-Aid. They're going to lose their minds." "I don't care anymore. I'm tired." "Me too." "So we're doing this?" "Yeah. One final meeting. Tell everyone. Face whatever happens. Together? Together. We were united again. Partners facing the consequences of what we'd done. We spent Sunday calling families, setting up the meeting. Next Saturday at my parents' house. Everyone must be there. They thought we were going to announce the finalized divorce, probably to blame the other side. Wednesday, we went to the courthouse. The real divorce. Papers signed, finalized. It was done. Outside, I asked, "How do you feel?" "Relieved. You?" "Same." "Still friends?" I smiled. "Always." "Want to get coffee?" "I'd love that." At the coffee shop, sitting across from each other, it felt right. Easy. Like old times. "This feels right. You know?" "Yeah, it does. We're going to be okay." "We are. Saturday's going to be rough. Probably." "Ready?" "No. You?" "Not even a little." We both laughed. It was genuine. We were us again. Just a different version of us. Saturday, 3 p.m. We sat in the car outside my parents' house for 5 minutes. "Ready?" he asked. "No," I said. "Me neither." We got out anyway. Inside, both families waited. My parents, his brother, my sister, a few others. Living room packed. Everyone tense. We walked in holding hands. His mom noted it suspiciously. "So you're finally doing this?" My dad. "We're here to settle this once and for all." We looked at each other. "Actually." I pulled divorce papers out of my bag, placed them on the coffee table. "We got divorced 3 weeks ago." Complete silence. "What?" his sister said. "It's done. Finalized. We're officially divorced." My mom. "But the fighting, the golf, fake," he said. His dad stood up. "The what?" "All of it. Every fight, every argument, staged." "The throw pillows?" his sister asked. "I own 3 pillows. Total." "The golf league?" His mom. "Never been. Don't even know where one is." My dad stood. "You lied to us?" "We tried to divorce amicably, peacefully. You wouldn't let us." His mom. "So you tricked us?" "You traumatized our daughter," I said. "You asked her to choose between us. You told her we might stop loving her. You called his workplace, froze our bank account, made us hide in our own house. You crossed every single boundary. So yes, we tricked you." His sister stared at her notebook. "Everything in here, all my documentation, it's all fake. Every word." "The Facebook fight? We planned it. Laughed about it after." "The restaurant? When you fought about the TV?" "We met at a coffee shop that morning to plan it." His dad, your mother's, at Kroger. They were holding frozen vegetables. His mom and my mom slowly looked at each other. We fought over golf that doesn't exist and pillows she doesn't have. Oh my God, Linda. Oh my God. The room erupted, everyone talking at once. His dad shouted over the noise. Do you even realize what you've thrown away? What are you talking about? The business, the succession plan. We were going to... His mom. Honey, don't. They should know. Maybe if they knew. My dad. We had plans too. The trust. We set aside. My mom. Stop talking. What trust? I asked. What business? What are you talking about? The room went quiet. His sister quietly. Oh my God. They don't know. His brother. You never told them? His dad sat down heavily. The business. $2 million. We were going to pass it to you on your 10th anniversary. Full ownership. My dad. The trust fund. $1.5 million. Property portfolio. Set aside for you. My husband. You were going to give us... Wait, we're going to? His mom. The legal documents have clauses. Requirements. What requirements? My mom. Stable, traditional marriage. It's standard for these types of... You made our daughter cry. Over money? His dad. It's not about the money. It's about legacy. Family legacy. You told us we were destroying Michaela's life. But really, we were destroying your plans. My dad. We genuinely believe divorce is wrong. But you also believe you'd lose millions. Yes. His brother. Dad's been telling the whole business you're going to take over. Clients are expecting... My sister. Mom told everyone at the country club about the trust. It's all she talks about. This whole time, I said, every boundary you crossed, every time you made Michaela cry, it was about protecting your money and your reputation. His mom was crying. We love you. You love your legacy. His sister spoke quietly. Dad, the business, what about it? You've been so distracted. The Facebook stuff, the public drama. Clients have been asking questions. His brother, yeah, and Uncle Tom's been talking about other options for succession. His dad went pale. My dad turned to my mom. The trust. Did you finalize the tax paperwork with Robert? I was going to, but then everything happened and the bank incident. When you called about fraud, that triggered an audit. What? An audit. Of the trust. Do you understand what that means? My sister pulled out her phone. And Mom, your friends at the club. After the Kroger video, they've been talking. She showed our moms the video. 30,000 views. Oh God, his mom whispered. I looked at my husband. Let me get this straight. You crossed every boundary, traumatized our child, tried to control our lives, all to protect your money and reputation. And in the process, you destroyed both. His dad, the business reputation. If clients think we're unstable, my dad, the audit could cost us hundreds of thousands. Good, I said. My mom, we were trying to help. You were trying to control. There's a difference. The room dissolved into chaos. Some people crying, some shouting, some just sitting in stunned silence. We stood there, letting it wash over us. We'd said what we needed to say. Now came the aftermath. How could you do this to us? My mom cried. How could we? You asked our 7-year-old to choose between her parents. His mom. We were trying to help. You told Michaela we might stop loving her. That landed like a bomb. Complete silence. His sister, quietly. We did do that. I posted about your marriage on Facebook without asking. His brother admitted. I called your bank and froze your account, my dad said. We transferred money to drive a wedge between you. His mom. But we were trying to save your marriage. We didn't want it saved. We told you that the first night at the restaurant. My mom. We just thought if you had time. You didn't think. You decided you knew better than us about our own lives. You steamrolled every boundary. You made our daughter cry. Over money. Over your money. Silence. They couldn't deny it. His sister stared at her notebook. We made everything worse, didn't we? My dad put his head in his hands. His mom was crying. I genuinely thought I was helping. We know, but you weren't. So you're really divorced? It's final? Yes. And you two are? Friends, co-parents, moving forward together. His dad. And this whole war, the golf, the pillows, everything. That was to make you stop interfering. Yes. Did it work? Long silence. His mom. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. My mom. We all are. I shouldn't have made that group chat, his sister said. I shouldn't have posted on Facebook. I definitely shouldn't have called the bank. Very small laughs. The tiniest crack in the tension. Here's what's going to happen now, I said. The room went quiet. We're divorced. That's final. No more discussions about it. We're going to co-parent Michaela. 50-50 custody. You will all have access to Michaela because you're her grandparents, aunts, uncles. But there are rules. Rule 1, you don't talk to Michaela about the divorce. At all. Rule 2, you don't undermine our parenting decisions. Ever. Rule 3, no showing up unannounced. You call first, every time. Rule 4, you don't call our workplaces, our banks, anything. You treat us like adults. Can you do that? Murmured yeses. I need to hear you say it clearly. His mom. Yes, we can do that. My dad. We can. His dad. We will. Others nodding, agreeing. Good, because if you cross these boundaries, you lose access to Michaela. And we mean it this time. His dad spoke quietly. The business. The damage to the reputation. I don't know if it's salvageable. That's not our problem. You did that to yourself. My mom. The trust. The audit. There are complications. Not our problem either. His dad. But it was supposed to be yours. Your inheritance. We don't want it. My dad. But Michaela. Michaela will be fine. We'll provide for her. On our own terms. Without conditions. His mom. We just wanted to give you a good life. We already have a good life. We don't need your money to have that. We stood to leave. Wait, his mom said. We turned. Are you okay? Really okay? We looked at each other. Small smiles. Yeah, we are. We really are. My mom. I'm glad. Truly. His dad. And for what it's worth. Your mother's fighting in Kroger. His mom and my mom looked at each other. We were holding frozen corn. Like weapons. Over golf that doesn't exist. And imaginary pillows. They both started laughing. Real, genuine laughter. Soon everyone was laughing. The absurdity of it all finally hitting. We left while they were laughing. In the car, he said, that went better than I expected. Only because we set the bar in hell. We both laughed. Home? Home. Michaela's probably wondering where we are. Partners? Always. We drove home. Still partners. Just a different kind now. Michaela was waiting for us, and when we walked in, she ran to hug us both. We knelt down and held her between us. Is everything okay? She asked. Everything's okay, I said. The pretend is over, and the grandparents are going to be better now. Promise? Promise. She smiled. The worry that had been in her eyes for months started to fade. That night, after Michaela was asleep, we sat on the couch, not on separate corners like before, but next to each other. Friends, partners, co-parents. We did it, he said. We did. Think they'll actually respect the boundaries? If they don't, they won't see Michaela. They know we mean it now. Yeah, they do. We sat in comfortable silence. Our families had spent months trying to keep us together, and in doing so, they'd nearly torn us apart. But we'd survived. We were divorced, yes, but we were okay. More than okay. We were free. And Michaela was going to be fine. She had 2 parents who loved her, who put her first, who would always protect her. She had both of us. That was all that mattered.